trying to follow through on the rest of the state to not just connect city within city, and not just connect cities with other cities, but to also connect people within a city. And the fact of the matter is, this railroad track behind me has always been a barrier in connecting the hospital with the university and the town center. I remember this back in 1974 and 73 when I was working construction down here on very hot pavement just like this, that there was a disconnect between the university and the hospital area. And we need to bring those two together. That's both for automobiles and also pedestrian friendly. So this is an example that we're going to use in other towns and cities in connecting people within a city, which we think will be very beneficial to future economic development and also the restoration of some of these historic buildings that have been blighted for decades. These buildings were blighted when I was, someone could help. These buildings were blighted when I used to come visit here in 73 and 74, long ago. So with that, we'd be glad to answer any questions that you might have before you all die out here of heat and stroke. Any questions you might have?
Yep. Governor, thank you for your time. Were you provided with any updates on how the project's going? And
yeah, well, the construction guys, first of all, I admire our construction team for their hard work in very, very hot conditions. I told them, it reminded me, I used to lay down pavement here in Greenville in 1973 for $2.80 an hour. So this is bringing back some tough memories of earning every dollar that I made, and these guys and women are earning every dollar that they made. But my understanding that everything's on schedule, and I think you're already starting to see some potential investment along this corridor from the private sector, anticipation of this bridge, the street, and the city's investment to complement it into some pedestrian-friendly access. So now people who work in the hospital can actually walk or ride their bicycle to downtown Greenville or to the university area, which I think will be a fantastic quality of life issue for the entire town.
What kind of example does the project of this scale set?
Well, what it does, I think what this project does is show that you can't allow a railroad track to be a barrier. And this railroad track has always been a barrier in the city of Greenville, and there are similar barriers in towns and cities throughout North Carolina. But for whatever reason, people don't go on the other side of the tracks. And it's almost like a wall mentality. But now we're building a bridge over these tracks, a bridge which will connect two important parts of the city of Greenville.
Any observations on your visit today? I saw you kind of walking through, walk and talk, seeing things. What's coming to mind when you're walking?
My observations is the rehab of a blighted area that's been blighted for many decades, and that has not been pedestrian friendly, that has not been conducive to a city environment. And now this bridge and this sidewalk and the bike paths, I think you'll start seeing major investment in the rehab of these buildings. And I've seen this happen in other towns and cities. I saw this happen as a mayor myself. So I think this will have major positive ramifications for the town and the city of Greenville, especially connecting the university hospital area, which is your largest employer, with the town center.
Governor, you got the mayor here.
Great. Oh, Mayor. Good seeing you. Yeah. I want to thank the mayor for what they've done to complement the road. The hard structure of the road and bridge is complemented with sidewalks, lighting, and also bike ways. And without that complement, I don't think this project would be as successful. So this is a great city-state relationship. And Mayor, you're going to see the ramp. You're already seeing reinvestment in this area. I'll let you say a few words about it.
Well, Governor, first of all, I want to thank you for being here.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it, man.
And I'll tell you about this governor. Some people talk, but this governor is a hands-in-hand partner with the city of Greenville and Eastern North Carolina. When we've needed you, you've been here.
Thank you very much.
And all politics and other things aside, it's about jobs for this community. It's about having a plan for Eastern North Carolina. And when we've come together, the DOT's been a great partner on the state level and also here in the city. We got serious about 4 or 5 years ago about growing this community and getting proactive. And we appreciate the partnership here with the governor and also with his staff.
And the mayor gets connectivity. And it's just not connectivity between Greenville and Rocky Mount or Farmville or Raleigh. It's connectivity within the city itself. And this was a barrier to that connectivity, and the mayor gets that the city is now putting an investment in bikes and sidewalks and lighting. You're going to see this place prosper. I think you'll see a lot of people end up living here in addition to working here and creating jobs.
That's the goal. Exactly.
It'll be pretty cool. This will end up being the cool area of Greenville.
It already is.
On a hot day, this will end up being the cool area of Greenville, no doubt about it. And I want to compliment your mayor for his outstanding vision and follow through. Let me tell you, the mayor has constantly pressed the state to make this happen and do it as fast as possible. Any other questions?
Governor, thanks again for your time. If you wouldn't mind, some Democratic Party officials had a press conference before your visit. They say that the governor should denounce Donald Trump for his anti-veteran comments. Do you have any comment or response to that?
Well, I'll just say North Carolina is the most friendly veteran state in the United States of America, and our records speak for itself. And that's what I'm proud of as governor, that we've got photo IDs for veterans now. We've got job programs for veterans now. I think our homelessness for veterans has been cut in half in North Carolina. So my record in supporting veterans in North Carolina speak for itself, and more is to come. So I'm very, very proud of that. Any other questions?
Any comments on what's going on in Winston-Salem right now in court with HB2? Anything you'd like to add on?
You know, I'm going to let the court process, I'm going to let that proceed. I think we've got 5 different court cases, and that doesn't include the 22 states that are suing the administration on the same issue. So we've got this is not just a North Carolina issue. This is a national issue, and it's got to be resolved basically about what is the definition of gender in the United States of America, and how does that apply to restrooms, locker rooms, and showers in our universities and our schools. I have one opinion. The President and the Attorney General have another opinion. We happen to strongly differ on that, and we'll let the courts decide. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.